Thanks very much indeed, Paul. Tyson, thanks for coming down. Have you calmed down?
Just a little bit, but not too much calmed. Still ready for a fight.
And you've been ready for a fight. Now, you've worn Superman outfits, you've been at press conferences with that tape over your mouth, you've got excited. I've seen you after many conferences. How, on a scale of 1 to 10, how genuinely excited were you when you were standing up there? How close were you to something going wrong?
I'm very excited, you know. I was hoping he was going to do something when I got in his face. But like I said, he hasn't got what he says he's got. And I see fear in Deontay Wilder. I could feel his heartbeat through the suit.
You can see it, sense it.
I can just sense it. I know when a man's scared and when he ain't scared. Wilder is terrified of me. I don't know what it is. It's my presence, my aura, whatever it is. He's timid when he's around me. He looks at the floor. He doesn't make eye contact. All that sort of stuff.
But what about when you're backstage? You're bumping into each other. Not necessarily when you're buying a coffee. Have you had moments when the two of you have been together where you're not screaming at each other? And have you sensed anything different then?
Yeah, I see a timid person, even when he's around me off stage or whatever. He looks at the floor, his body language, it's like, oh, he's the man and I'm just like going to fight him. That sort of stuff. That's the aura I get from Deontay Wilder. Maybe I'm picking up the wrong senses, but from what I feel and what I know about fighting, man, when I look at one, I can tell who's game and who ain't game for a fight, and I just don't think he's got it.
And yet Wilder's convinced, absolutely convinced, hand on heart, as are his people, that this for them is an easy fight. They're convinced you're an easy touch, that you've taken it too early.
Well, I don't need any more fights because I was born to fight. I don't need 10 more fights. I don't need 1 more fight. I don't need any more fights. I don't need nothing. I'm ready to go now. Well, and if it's going to be his easiest fight, then he should knock me out in a round. Shouldn't he? 10 seconds, first punch.
Now, you've seen his show reel, as he calls it. He wants to add you to that show reel. You have to acknowledge that as a fighter, he can bang, he can zing if he catches you.
Name me a heavyweight what can't punch if he catches you.
Yeah. So it's the point of if he catches me, I can get hurt. If he doesn't catch me...
If a woman punches me in the face, she's going to hurt me. If my son hits me and he's 7 in the face, it'll hurt. All heavyweights punch hard. I fear no man and no power.
No, I know you fear no...
Even if he come at me with a machete, I'd meet him head on head and take it off him and shove it up his ass.
Tyson, I know that. But in the build-up, you remember, to Vladimir, when we were out in Dusseldorf, 50,000 people howling for your blood against Vladimir, you kept your calm and you boxed. And I'm seeing a slight difference in you, just a bit more edge. Is that a danger going in with a man that's a proven puncher?
I don't care. Klitschko was a proven puncher. He banged me right in the chin, didn't do anything.
In the first round, people forget.
100%. And even in round 12 and all the way through the fight, he was catching me with big shots. Didn't do a thing. Listen, I don't fear power. I don't look at a man and think, oh, well, he might be a big puncher, I'll avoid him. I look at them punchers and think, yes, they're mice and I'm a cat. And I'll do
you desperately need to recapture that calm, that control that you put out that night? Will it take the best Tyson Fury to beat this guy Wilder?
Never mind the past. I don't need anything from the past. I don't need. All I need to do is unleash the fury in Los Angeles. That's the word. That's the sentence. Unleash the fury. You've got the wild man there. So when a wild man beats a furious man, it's going to be an epic fight.
Have you studied him? I mean, he's saying you're watching me all the time. Have you studied him? Is that something you need to do?
I have seen most of his fights, yes. I've seen him as an amateur boxer, I've seen him get knocked out by little short fat men. I've seen him rocked and put down by men with arms as big as that. So he ain't no Mr. Superhuman. All punchers have got glass chins. Everyone who's a massive puncher, all can't take one back. Because they load up with everything, leave yourself wide open, and wallop, all of a sudden, they're looking up at the stars.
So
that's how it rolls.
What gets me sometimes about you, Tyson, is you like to do this thing where you're going to stand up, you're a fighting man, you take your shirt off like you did with Derek Chisora that night when you managed to sneak in to the O2. That's the kind of thing you do. But really, you're a boxing purist. You break down fights brilliantly. You put out this big sort of screaming, shouting front, but really over here, your mind's working really slowly, tactically.
Listen. Boxing is boxing. I study boxing, and there isn't many heavyweights that I don't know. As you say, do I know Deontay Wilder? Every single fight he's ever had, every time he's been shook, every southpaw he's fought, every fat or thin man he's ever fought, I know about it. I know about all the hard fights he's had. I know about the easy ones he's knocked out.
Lots of them?
Lots of them.
But lots of good knockouts.
About 35 bums, to be precise.
Now, Tyson,
35 of them. Now, and he's only got 39, 40 fights. Now, so in my eyes, he's only had 5 real fights.
Now, I'm gonna risk upsetting you here, which is a dangerous thing, but I'm going to risk upsetting you.
Risk it?
Yeah, I'm going to risk it. Now, a few months ago, you talked about Muhammad Ali getting in the ring with Joe Frazier too soon. Only had those two really hard fights and a period. It's the same period as you. I think it's 6 or 7 months. Have you rearranged your thinking on that, or do you think that you can do that for you? You don't need the time, because it's crucial. This to the point that this fight has come. Some people would say too early.
Some
you
people
would say perfect.
Like I just said to somebody else, some people don't know nothing. Because if I listened to some people, I wouldn't be the heavyweight champion of the world today. If I listened to some people, I wouldn't even be fighting Deontay Wilder. And if I listened to some people, I'd just be a nobody. Because there's always some people out there who say, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't beat depression, you can't come back, you can't lose the weight. There's always some people who say this rubbish. If I say I'm ready to fight, I mean I'm ready to fight.
And there'd be
if I wasn't ready, I wouldn't take the fight, would I?
And then I'd like to think, no, but there'd be some people that say you can't, under any circumstances, go toe-to-toe with this guy. You've got to box them.
Can go and kiss my ass.
OK. Well, I'm not one of those people. You appreciate that?
There you go.
Because I don't fancy very much doing that. Oh, that's not an offer, is it?